that as well.
You could put a touch of lime into it. And what a way to start the show with lime.
Just a little bit.
Lime and the coconut.
As opposed to a complete lemon like Tyler.
Fucking cactus and every bastard.
Sorry,
every liquid.
There might be a little right,
Yes. And we are live. So we'll be sensible now.
Hold on, that's me.
Oh.
There we go.
First time for everything.
Yes. And we are live.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. What's everybody been up to this week?
Working, running late. Yeah.
Worked horrible and past that. Had nice lunch with the family today, so wasn't bad. Yesterday.
Hey guys.
Hey, yeah, Steve.
Hey, Mel.
Why don't you just go with hello, you lot?
I mean, there's other words I could use, but they might not stick around as much.
Well, no, because Lee's usually insulting me. Hanky, I mean, we just insult him anyway, because it's always fun to insult Hanky.
So we're going to go with Mel and the two gits. Okay, there we go.
That's better. That is better, Hanky. I can understand that. Hope you're well, Steve. Evening, Martin.
Hi, Martin.
Hey, Martin.
Well, I know Bill's been up to making juice this week and breaking his phone.
Yeah.
Tyler's been.
No, my phone broke itself.
Oh, just levitated right onto the floor, huh?
Did you have it in your hand at the time it broke?
No.
Then it was Tyler's fault.
Yeah. Oh, so the limbo area between the floor and his hand is me. Okay, gotcha.
No, I plugged the charger in. It came up with water in the charge port fault.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
And
Lisa,
I managed to get it to charge a couple more times, and then it just won't charge at all now. So
you have wireless charger? I said you wireless charger to use in the meantime.
Can't wireless charge it.
Oh no!
I hate wireless charging anyway.
That was my last Samsung. Took it to the repair shop and they put a USB-C in it, and it said temperature too high.
Yet more money to spend out.
But I'll send the other one up to Samsung and get them to repair or replace it.
Good luck with that one with Samsung.
Yeah,
but it's under warranty through Argos.
So at least you're not fighting Samsung by yourself with it.
You've got to trigger Lisa in a minute. You're going to have a barrage of insulting comments. You know it's coming.
I know it's coming.
You asked for it 74 times already, damn it. Hey, Steve.
I did brush my fucking hair, Hanky. It's just claimed independence.
So did Craig's. It fucked off.
Or did he go south for the winter? That's a scary bit.
Oh, dear.
No, my hair's as neat as it can get.
Yeah, that is true, Martin. A lot of people do that. Leaving phones in the sun, that is the quickest way to fuck a board up.
Oh, yeah.
Very true.
Yeah, it's one thing I try not to do.
Well, same thing as people leave them in their cars. Come back, why it's surprised they don't want to charger actually work. Well, you've fried pretty much half of the components, so,
That is also true, Lee. Shane's hair tends to be a bit wayward. Windswept and interesting, to quote a Billy Connolly quote. That is how I would describe Shane Embry's haircut. windswept and interesting.
No, Stickworth Man's just claimed independence.
I think my brain has claimed independence. He does his own thing.
I'd say it fucked up a long time
That
ago.
fucked off a long time ago, yeah.
No. My brain works fine. Doesn't do what I want it to do, but it
Well,
works fine.
No, see, I think
Yeah,
it worked.
the
I
trouble
think you're
is
right.
he's
I
not
think
seen
it's
it.
independence
He's not
and it's a
seen
pen
it for
pal now.
months.
My brain is sort of, it does its own thing.
Yeah,
Matt gets one
Half-
thought by
half
letter
of
every
Matt's-
3 months.
yeah. Half of Matt's brain just fucked off, and then the other half went looking for it.
This is true.
Well, he got lonely.
Right. So we're meant to be talking about mixing this week. So Tyler is going to guide us through how to mix e-liquid.
Okay, so you put a little bit. Where do you want to start?
With
Do
the
you want to start on
cactus.
Where do I want to start?
well, thank you. It's not just the mixing aspect, but there's the safety aspect working with the nicotine levels.
The first thing I would like to, where would
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like
Lana.
to start?
Yeah,
I would
Lana.
like to start with the safety aspect, which is where you should be starting.
Yeah,
That if you are buying 72 milligram nicotine, that's the first thing to start with. That is where you should be talking about the safety, because get it wrong, it ain't going to end well for you. Right? So the first thing is the safety aspect. If you get 72 milligram nicotine and you treat it properly with respect and you mix at the right levels, so whether you're 3 or 6 milligram or 9 if your mouth's too long, maybe, and you take care when putting the nicotine in. Technically, I don't do all the safety because I don't tend to wear gloves when I mix, although really you should wear some proper gloves so you don't get it on your skin. I don't. But don't do what I do. You know, if you're going to do it, wear some latex gloves purely for the safety aspect.
Like, look at the after effects. Matt doesn't use gloves. Look at Matt. See, use your gloves, people. It's
the thing is, I use syringes with needles about that long.
Yeah.
5-inch needle, so that my hands don't get anywhere near the nicotine.
Aye, Lana.
You can get those 4 or 5-inch long 40 gauge needles.
Oh,
which make
needles. All right.
blunt needles. You can't
He's got
inject
a
with them.
prick on the mind again. See,
No, you're
No, that's you.
you're the one who vapes on it, right?
but no. Even when using the syringes, keep in mind. Obviously, you're going to rinse them out after you're done using them. Be careful in that process too, because you're still going to have nicotine, in that. So, gloves are a good idea, anyways. If you can get them, use them. They're not that expensive,
Right. If we're going to talk about mixing, 4 ingredients, yeah? Nicotine, VG, PG, concentrate. Concentrate being PG based. I want the bottle before anybody says, "Oh, it's a bottle."
In general.
Bottles are a good idea.
Yeah, it's hard to
Yeah,
mix in a
but-
carrier bag. It leaks out the bottle.
Well, if you take the sandwich back and double it over,
Set box that don't have holes in them.
If you want decent VG, PG, and concentrates, there are quite a few vendors available. Right? I'm not going to put links up because we'll get in trouble with.
I'll say I wouldn't even mention names really, but no matter where you live, you decide somebody on the show give you links.
I can
No,
say the names of companies like Alchemist Cupboard and Darkstar, Nom Noms, people like that. Right? People can find all this. Don't use fucking Amazon like another reviewer suggested.
Yeah.
Right? If you're using Amazon to buy VG and PG, first thing, you're going to pay shed loads more for it. E-liquid flavour concentrate, another good one.
The 5 litre pharmaceutical VG was about 34 quid. So
Definitely
not
not
much
okay.
more.
Well, and that's the key word though, right there, Craig. It's pharmaceutical grade PG and VG. Watch what you're
Yeah.
buying. There is
Yeah.
stuff that is lower quality for candles or whatever. There's all kinds of different applications with the same
Yeah.
ingredient, but they're not the same quality.
But the thing is, you go to Darkstar and you buy 5 litres of VG, 16 quid.
And you
Mhm.
know it's actual proper VG.
Yeah, it's pharmaceutical grade.
Yeah.
It's something there, look, in a box.
Yeah.
Mine's on
I
check.
might have bought a few 5 litres
A
in
few.
recent months.
Might have bought a couple of 5 litres.
Your flash started caving in yet, Bill, from all the weight of the VG?
Okay, bud. If
No,
it
it's
almost fails, smack her on the head.
Steel reinforced
Clear
concrete
hammer.
floors. Yeah.
You didn't answer my question. Is it caving in yet from all the VG?
No, steel reinforced concrete floors.
But I mean, I'm like Madam, do I use gloves? Sometimes, yes. It all depends on like the batch size I'm doing. So if it's something smaller, I've got a separate dropper bottle that I'll use for test batch or stuff like that. For that, I really don't worry about it as much, so you're further away from the nicotine. But if I'm going to do a larger like liter batch, I'm going to throw gloves on. I'm going off of a bigger bottle.
What I'm saying is to anybody who hasn't mixed, okay, is use gloves.
Oh, absolutely, especially starting out.
For safety reasons. I don't want to be responsible for somebody getting poisoned. So be careful and use and stick to the guidelines. There's plenty of nicotine calculators out there. If you go online, type it into Google.
Liquid calculators.
It's easy to do. Go on there, type the amount that you're going to use, the batch size, what amount you're doing, what liquid, what concentrate, VG, PG. It will then work out for you how much nicotine you will need in that batch.
Most of the concentrate suppliers have a calculator.
Maybe, Hanky.
On their website.
They're pink with furry bits around the top.
He's looking for the used ones, Matt.
That can be arranged.
I mean, the show could use donations.
That's the one I use, DI Liquid E-Liquid calculator.
But I was going to say that brings up a good point. When you do these, most of those charts are going to have different columns for it. You're going to have percent, obviously you put each concentrate and everything else at, but you're going to have milliliters and you're going to have grams. And it all depends on how you do it. I know Bill goes mostly by milliliters, don't you, when you're mixing?
I do now, yeah.
I still use a scale for mine.
I'm not grams. If it's something where I'm doing a more complex flavor with 3 or 4 concentrates, then I will use a scale.
Yeah.
But if I'm doing something like,
he says coconut custard on banana.
I knew it.
If I'm doing something like that, it's a single flavor.
We'll see that. That's the thing I've never thought about, because all mine are at least 2 to 5 flavors. I mean, at the high end, depending on what you're trying to do.
Yeah, but that's a single flavor that is where they've already worked out the mix.
Well, yeah, exactly. If you already have it, it's only one concentrate. There's no point in weighing everything all the way down to point whatever,
Safety-wise, the only thing to be worried about mixing e-liquid is nicotine. What's the worst can happen? You make your mixed either 100% VG and it won't wick because it's too heavy, or you do it too much PG and it pisses out your RTA or whatever you're using. If you get the nicotine wrong and you put 50% nicotine in a mix, you're going to have a fucking bad day, right? So
even
nicotine is
your
the one.
concentrates. what's the worst case you're going to have? You're either going to make it underflavored and you're not going to taste anything,
Or it's
or
going to taste fucking rank.
you're going to hit over the percentage cap for a lot of these flavors, which is not that high, and you get past their cap and they go gross. I mean,
Yeah, they do.
The thing is, if you read the full descriptions from all the suppliers like Alchemists or Darkstar, it gives you a range of percentage of concentrate.
Plus, there's a lot of people out there. If you know, I mean, most of us know the people in like the vape community.
Yeah.
So if you just ask someone, just say, "What do you reckon? I'm trying to do this mix. What do you reckon percentage I should put?" There will be people out there who will.
The
help.
only recommendation I can give for anybody starting, start simple.
Oh,
don't
yeah.
be like, I want a graham cracker whipped cream strawberry cheesecake with blueberry on the side at the end. Calm down, figure out a basic idea, and run with that first.
Mixing is complicated when you start trying to build flavors.
He's I'm thinking that
but there are concentrate companies that produce complicated flavors where they've done all the hard work first.
Yeah.
Well, I was actually going to think is Craig does a lot of the one shots, don't you? Instead of like
a lot of one shots and a lot of flavor shots.
So, and same thing, people learn about that. I mean, you're going to be told, hey, recommended percentage, same calculator. Go in there, put in one flavoring, which is your one shot, put a nicotine level, 70-30, whatever you want to do on PGBG, and it will tell you how much to add.
Yep.
And most of them are either 15 or 20%.
So if you have a couple, I think the highest we've seen is maybe 23, and those are rare.
Yeah, most of them are 15 or 20.
Yeah, you buy a bottle shot, it tells you how much concentrate it's got. You then you have to do is work out how much nicotine you need, which is where the calculator comes in, and how much PG and VG. Now, I tend to go max VG, so I don't add.
Yeah, so it comes out probably 80-85%.
Yeah.
VG.
Yeah.
Which is ideal for an IPA.
Well, yeah, because
you're
assuming your next year PG based. So yeah, once you get nicotine concentrates,
yeah. I buy my nicotine I buy my nicotine in PG base, and my flavors obviously a PG. There is enough PG there to come down to an 85% total mix.
Yeah. The main thing is,
and also don't forget also, if it's the summer, it'll make it thinner anyway because of the warmth, and goes slightly if it's winter.
Well, that's another point too to bring up is why you use PG and BG. I mean, obviously you have PG is your flavor carrier, and then think about the actual viscosity of juice, like Craig said. Depending on your weather, what you're vaping at, if it's an RDA, an RTA, a sub-ohm tank, it's gonna leak if you use too thin a juice.
If I'm using something like that, I only want at most a 60-40.
Yeah.
Right, being that it's a pod, yeah.
That the 50-50 to 60-40 is what I want for that. Where my RTAs, I want them at 85%. Because if I drop them to 70-30, for me, they're too thin.
I mean, I've even had times when it gets real cold out, and obviously you have to go outside for your vape breaks at work. Well, you're gonna have issue with dry heads, so I'll go down to anywhere. I mean, I think the lowest I ever had to do was 65, just to make it to where it was thin enough that I had decent wicking enough.
Never really had an issue with anything I've made that's wicked.
It's only when it gets really cold, and the problem is too at that point. Your wicking you have to watch, and your viscosity, because you're going inside outside and you're going to have temperature change. okay, cool, you're good outside when it's cold inside. Pisses juice out the bottom.
Yeah.
If I'm going out and want something that's going to wick easy, I will only carry something like that anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't need a heavy juice in it.
You could have a good point there, Hanky.
Hanky, I don't use all the ice and Kool-Aid you do, so I don't want to know what's going on with your situation. I'm okay though. I appreciate the concern, but it's okay.
It brings a whole new meaning to Tyler. Go fuck yourself.
He would if he could get round to it.
Yeah, but that's a stretch.
But he didn't deny it. I mean,
But
Hey, it'd be a hell of a stretch.
no, I'll be honest though, Hanky. I don't add any PG. I just have what's in my nicotine and my concentrate, and I use super concentrate. So I'm looking at an absolute maximum of 7% concentrate.
saves a fucking fortune on concentrates.
In reality, it saves a fortune, and if the good concentrates, they work better.
Yeah, they do. They do. And then we should talk about it, depending what flavour you're making. If it's fruit based, you can vape it nearly straight away. Let's be honest.
For the most part.
A day or two. I mean, I'm vaping one that was made yesterday now. No, I shouldn't be, because it's not.
Listen, I'll shake and vape when I have to, but I mean, if you can let it set, even for a fruit flavor, a month, I mean, it does help, but it's not a huge difference. You know?
If you've got something that's a strawberry flavour, it will start losing flavour in a week.
Oh, well, strawberry doesn't flavor that fast? See, I don't do strawberry flavors.
I'm just not really a fan of strawberry, to be honest.
Yes,
I prefer raspberry, if anything.
I prefer raspberry, but I picked up some strawberry milk concentrate today.
Oh, Martin, that's the bad part. We've had days, I'm not even kidding. You'll get up, beginning of summer and everything. I think the one day it was damn near freezing, and the day you're 75, 80 degrees.
Welcome to CNN with the weather with Tyler.
I brought up a good point though, because think about how big a jump that is in that amount of time. It's going to affect how you have to wick things, how you make your juice, and everything else.
We don't give a fuck. We're English. You're American. That's your problem.
Hey, I got gas for under $4 a gallon today.
What did you have? Exactly.
Let's even less than our gallon.
Will you show a little leg?
I was going to say, what were you doing to get it at that price?
Yeah, no, but you get sold a gallon anyway.
I try to watch these. They better, they change it at different times, and they had it for $3.99 a gallon.
And he has got sore knees.
Well, the asphalt scrapes you up a little bit.
Should have put a bit of cardboard down.
Craig, you sound like you have experience, Craig. You want to share with the class?
No, I'm just saying. Don't need to share with the class.
Hey, you've done well this time. It's 20 minutes in, and you've only just really declined into depravity. After 20 minutes, I'm impressed.
Give us 5 more minutes.
It's actually getting better. I'm sure it will go back down any second, but it's
usually kind of a roller coaster anyway, isn't it?
Oh, it's always a roller coaster on here. But mixing, if you're going to mix fruit flavors, at the most a couple of weeks, you're fine. You can vape after a couple of weeks. If you're on about creams, bakeries, and custards,
well,
get ready to wait a while.
Because they improve a couple of months minimum on some of the custards I make.
Yeah, but a good year steep, though. A good year steep on a proper.
Oh, some of them.
Base.
Yeah, the trouble is that one's is a coconut custard.
It's a little light there, Bill.
I only mixed it day before yesterday.
That's a little light there, bud.
It tastes fucking excellent, I promise you.
It is fucking excellent. Virtually from mix.
I might need to refill this RTA, I think.
The one that he's been vaping, the coconut custard, he mixed a couple of days ago in.
Well, yesterday.
No, you mixed it the day before because you.
Oh, it's had a sleep. Yeah. We're all right now.
No,
yes, it sleeps now. It's had 2. It's had 3 days.
Yeah. How many mils did you mix?
Only 250.
How much is left?
200.
Ish.
Show us the bottle. Show us how much is left in the bottle.
Hold on.
You can see the size of the air bubble in the bottom of that thing. There's like 90 mils left missing.
No, look. See? There's loads left.
Hold it proper. Hold it proper.
Hold it straight with the gap in the label to us.
Oh, you down past the label a bit. Like I said, about 90 mils.
Yeah, I would say that's probably about 50. Yeah, 50 mil.
It's about 10 mil less now because I've just refilled my tank.
Another thing, though, if you've been buying short fills, you can wash your bottles out and mix into them.
I do all the time.
Yeah.
Save your fortune.
Well, you think, I mean, your juice is water soluble, so it's not going to leave a weird residue, or you just wash it proper, let it dry out.
It'll wash out. The only reason I use these bottles is they're really easy for filling an RTA with.
Which I need to pick some of them up, to be fair. But they're not expensive. None of those bottles are expensive.
Even if you want to do it, you get the plain. So I don't do anything above a 60 ml bottle. It's just like pocket wise, it's not really a point to. But the regular Gorilla bottles, even depending where you go and get them from. I mean, I think for a 25 pack of 60 mils only cost me $15.
But one of the good things about these is the type of plastic they're made of doesn't crack.
Mm.
Oh, I'm having a moment.
That is a big advantage that they don't crack.
Can we mute that for a moment?
Some of the Gorilla bottles that you buy liquid in do crack.
Well, that's why I don't go above when I buy the empty ones above a 60 mil as well, because of the fact of if you use anything above that mil wise, they do tend to start getting cracks and bends and everything else in them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We've all seen that guy with his bottle of juice almost empty for 120 mil, just squeezing every living daylights out of it, trying to get a drop of juice.
Where do I get those bottles? AliExpress or Temu?
Yeah,
I've been getting most of my bottles recently from the Temu.
They're cheap as you like, but they're good bottles, to be fair. They really are.
So the only other thing that we didn't say about the nicotine side is storage.
Those on Temu were £1.50.
Being serious on the storage side, because this was what annoyed me with a certain Australian vape reviewer, in my opinion.
You mean the Australian with the
Bogan, yeah. And anybody can tell him that I called him a complete wanker, because I mean it. He didn't discuss anything about the bad side of nicotine. Okay, not saying it's bad for us. I'm saying bad for if it gets in the hands of, say, a child or animals and so on. Now, there was a case in America, and it isn't me slating America. I'm saying that's the one, Lee, bad tasting beer.
That's beer?
Of a child who died because a parent left a bottle of nicotine on a table. It spilt on the child, and because it went into the skin of the child, ingested into the bloodstream, killed the child. Terrible
And that
set of
was-
circumstances.
That was only 20 milligram as well.
Yeah, terrible set of circumstances.
Oh.
And you can check that. It's in the news.
20,
Definitely.
20 milligram nicotine strong enough to kill a 3-year-old.
When you look at that situation, your first reaction is, my God, that's terrible. A child's died. Yeah, I agree. What a dickhead of a parent leaving nicotine about when there's a small child about.
And that's the important part. We don't need to victimize the nicotine itself. It wasn't nicotine that it was the parent not doing what they should have done.
I never, ever mix anywhere near Gwendolyn. Never. The nicotine is in here. It is in a toolbox. It is away. She cannot get to it. End of. That's it.
It's like the other thing. I live on my own and I still take care with nicotine. My nicotine is on the top shelf of the fridge. Mine's a fridge freezer.
Yeah.
And it's at the back, which is the coldest part of your freezer anyway.
Right.
Because it's right next to the heat exchange.
Exactly, Martin. Yeah, totally agree with you. Yeah.
It'll keep for 2 years close. If you keep it close to the heat exchange of a fridge, it'll keep for 2 years.
The only thing I'd recommend if you're putting it in a fridge or a freezer is obviously keep it in a bottle that you know is nicotine.
Right.
And preferably keep it in like a Ziploc bag, sealed, back of the fridge where everybody knows that's what it is. It's just
the other thing is,
say it's overkill, but it's not, because you never know with children.
I think for us that mixed, it's just common sense, just what you do. Yeah. But it's something that people that coming into it don't think. Maybe, I mean, it gets how you look at it. But when you get that bottle of nicotine, just read the label. Seriously, just read the label. Read the warnings on it. Look at the fact of, yes, is it for what we're using? We're using it for proper? Yes, it is. We're using the right amounts safely. But it's not something you let a child get a hold of, or animals drink, or anything like that at all. So,
and the other thing is polypropylene bottles in the freezer, because they will expand when it freezes, or if it contracts, they will suck in. Where glass can crack.
Yeah, that is one thing you do need to be a bit careful with.
Yeah.
I've seen the results of a glass bottle cracking with nicotine in.
Yeah.
And it destroyed half of somebody's freezer.
Oh, it explodes. It goes with a good bang.
Yeah.
But it destroyed all the food because everything was nicotine contaminated.
You've got to do a deep clean on the freezer to. But the main thing is, there's nothing unsafe about making your own e-liquid.
All right, Steve, you take care. And I hope Jasper's all right.
Give Jasper our love, Steve, please.
Oh.
There's a third one with nicotine. Hybrid nicotine keeps longer than traditional nicotine.
Well, that's the other one we should say about is the different sorts of nicotine.
Yeah.
You've got nicotine, normal.
Freebase.
Yeah,
Freebase.
Normal. We'll call it normal.
It's just normal nicotine.
Being 72 milligram, which is the highest we can get in the UK. You've then got hybrid, which is a mix of nic salt and base nicotine. Then you've obviously got your salt nicks. Now, some people prefer to use salt nick at 3 milligram, and I've tried it. I didn't particularly like it. It didn't really work for me. But
unless you have a really certain concentrate, you're not getting a throat hit at all.
No, I prefer to have a little bit of that throat hit, like you say, just a little bit. Not harsh, but just a.
Well, no, but enough where you can tell you're actually hitting the
that's where hybrid, you've got the best of both worlds.
Hybrid definitely works, and it lasts a little bit longer. And I think at the minute, hybrid is probably, for price, it's probably about middle of the range as well.
It's about 20% dearer than
base.
Normal base nicotine.
You know, the main thing to say, and I know I'm going on about nicotine, but I just want to get it across because that Australian.
Well, that is the key point of all of mixing that can go dangerous. End up.
You can't. If you're using VGPG concentrate, no nicotine, the worst thing you do is end up with a mess, okay, and something that isn't vapable. And it's not dangerous. It ain't dangerous. It'll be not worth. You know, you can't vape it. If it's got
the same
nicotine,
price, nicotine and nic carb.
Yeah.
The same price for the litre at hybrid as it is for the litre of freebase.
And that's fine, Martin. This is what I'm saying. We're all different. Yeah. You like the smoothness of just a 3 milligram. Great.
I mean, I years ago used to use there was a brand out here that had, I think it was Twist, something like that. They had a 3 and 6 salt nic range. I used the 6. Was it a great juice? It was, oh yeah. But because of how I vape, and I do like that third hit behind my juice, I was going through twice as much juice.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest, I was, So plus, I mean, anything higher than like a 6 milligram salt nic, well, especially the disposables kill me. The 50 milligram salt nic disposables, they first off, 50 is too much. It just is.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
And then I can feel it. Like, it's not even a throat anymore. I can feel it in my chest when I use those things. I'm like, no, I'm okay.
The issue with that is, and Martin might be able to say something about this being in that sort of his field. I feel it constricts.
That's what it feels like.
Across your chest.
Yeah.
The first time I did 50 milligram, I actually thought I was having a heart attack because it was like that band you get across your chest.
The thing is, the problem with the 50 milligram and what a lot of the salt nic is, it's sodium benzoate is what they make the salt nic with. That has potentially other health issues because a lot of people can't tolerate sodium benzoate,
which is why people cough a lot on salt nic.
Well, that's the funny part. For the time that I used a pod, I wanted a higher nicotine for it. I only used freebase though, so I had up to I think almost 18 milligram freebase at one point, and never once any of that tightness, had any of that issue, anything,
But then there is also salt nic made with salicylic acid. That is a lot gentler on your system. Then there's a third one which I can't use because it's malic acid.
That's
that they use to make the salt nic.
Really?
And if you can't tolerate milk protein, malic acid will get you. So I can't use malic acid. So if I use anything, I'll use either salicylic acid salt nic.
Yeah.
Or I'll use very low levels of sodium benzoate.
So that tightening across chest feeling, it definitely makes sense.
Yeah, it's mainly caused with the sodium benzoate. As salicylic acid can cause stomach problems, though.
Yeah.
Well, probably being someone that has stomach problems already, it probably doesn't help anything.
But malic acid is a milk acid.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be my only thing is be careful with your levels of nicotine. I mean, nobody really nowadays should be vaping anything over 20 milligram.
Not really. Especially
that's one where I think they got the law right, where they set the 20 milligram limit in Europe.
Definitely.
Well, think about the atomizers we have now compared to years ago when people used ridiculously high, levels of stuff. When you pulled out a 36 or a 24 freebase for most devices, you're getting way more base production now. The coils are way more efficient. You're getting more nicotine per, inhale, so you can't do that.
But the devices, when we were getting the 36 milligram, the devices we had were a lot lower power. They were lower power even than the pod systems.
What's what I'm saying? It's huge.
They were only 7 watts at most.
Yeah.
So you weren't looking at a high power device, so 36 wasn't a problem.
Well,
now a low power device starts at 10 watts.
Yeah.
And that's a little pocket size something,
Your average pod system is actually running at about 18 watts. Well, that's more than twice what it was when me and Matt started.
Yeah.
When they think about the fact they have mesh in a lot of them now, you're not running off straight round wire, so your heat up time is completely different ramp up wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely is. The only other thing I would say regarding concentrates actually is certain concentrates, and this the only way of testing it is really testing it by trying the concentrates and vaping them. Is certain concentrates affect some people by giving them a cough or giving them a tickly throat and things like that. There are certain concentrates that affect people in that way.
Yeah, I can't think
it's quite rare now, to be honest. There's not many, but there is still a few out there.
If you do the stupid thing that the Aussie twat suggested and buy concentrates off Amazon, when you get a concentrate that you've never used before from a company, always do the water test.
Please.
Yeah. Like it's worth it. It's 2 seconds. Just
I can give you a scientific guided tour of how to do it. It's this simple. Glass of water, bottle of concentrate, drip.
1 drop.
Watch what happens. Okay?
And if you get a sheen on the surface, don't use it to vape.
If it goes like petrol on water or oil on water and rainbowy across the top, throw it in the bin.
Right. It is oil based. It is not meant
oil based.
You want to make a cake with it? Sure, go for it.
Yeah, you make a cake with it.
But don't use it for inhaling. Yeah.
That would be my only thing. But you will own most good, reputable people, like we said.
I said don't be like I said. Don't go to Amazon. Go to one of these companies that sell concentrates for this purpose.
That's all right, Professor Wizard. All I'd say, it's just don't honestly. There's nothing to be scared about mixing your own juices. It's just a matter of getting used to
the process and everything else, and how
yeah.
the taste is being.
It's all a learning curve.
That brings up a good point, though. If you're starting out, I get you're going to do some of us said if you have like ELR and stuff like that at certain points, you're going to find recipes. You're going to say, "Oh, this sounds good. I want to try it." Keep in mind, no one's taste and flavor profile and actual interpretation of a concentrate is going to be the same. So you can make something that this guy says is fantastic, and you mix it and it tastes horrible. You made the exact same mix, same concentrates and everything. So you kind of got to give it a little bit of time to go play with it, But
it's all right, Martin, because if you want strawberry, it comes out of a beaver's bum.
And vanilla
comes from the gland.
I say, don't come to America and get artificial vanilla. That's all you're getting.
I mean, in this country, we can get real vanilla flavors.
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying. If you get the imitation vanilla, real vanilla, like actual proper vanilla, being extracted, that's different, obviously. But
some of the super concentrates do use artificial vanilla.
Yeah.
Because you can't concentrate it enough.
Fair enough.
From natural vanilla.
Yeah.
Because of the way you've got to extract it. But it will dissolve into propylene glycol. You can make your own vanilla extract by crushing half a dozen vanilla pods, putting them in a bottle with propylene glycol.
Yeah.
Just leave them in a dark place for 6 months.
Yeah, it'll work.
Shake the bottle once a week.
Yep.
It works.
Oh,
and that'll give you a safe vanilla concentrate.
Well, that proves how simple that stuff can be. We've all seen the labels that have 47 different flavors to them, and the most complex thing. It doesn't have to be that complex and deep in depth of a mix, especially starting out. I've been mixing for years now, and I still use very basic mixes because I found stuff I like. I found the profile that I want to vape at, and it works.
That's good to know, Martin.
I think most of the concentrates now are tested. I mean, they're all tested. As far as I'm aware, they're all tested, and they're all. I don't think you're going to, unless you start using sources for your concentrates that are untrustworthy.
Just for that recommendation made no sense.
If you're going to Amazon, eBay, and places that have nothing to do with vaping products and buying vaping products, there's a very good chance you're going to get something that you can't trust.
Well, it's not the quality that it needs to be. And then we'll pass that. Think about, especially if you're in the States, you guys, your Amazon and ours are different. You will find certain, vape things on yours. You won't find them over here. If you're in the States, especially avoid going for Amazon for any concentrates whatsoever, or anything, honestly, mixing in general, unless it's bottles, because you're asking for something to have oil in it. You just are. Everything that you're going to get a result over here is going to be for baking purposes and cooking purposes, not for juice.
In the early days, we had to use baking supplies.
But you did the same test then, even.
But it meant we had to test what we were when we bought it.
Yeah.
And you finish up, there was a couple of companies that we could reasonably trust to be water soluble.
Yeah.
I mean, I still remember one of them was Cupcake World.
Yeah. Yeah, Cupcake World were quite good, actually.
They were, but you were using your concentrates at 20%.
Yeah. I was going to say the kind was a lot higher percentage that would get even half the flavor, I'd assume.
Yeah.
Well, plus, I mean, Cupcake World was obviously never meant as used as a vaping product.
No,
right.
So the concentrates were a lot weaker. They were meant for vanilla and stuff to add to sponges and things. So, yeah, a lot weaker concentrates.
They were a baking supplier. It's like one I used to use was Newton Massey.
Yeah.
They make very, very high quality concentrates, but they're distilled out, which meant you actually have to let them breathe for 3 or 4 days before you use them, so that any oils, because the air soluble oils.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
The oils would vent off.
Yeah.
After 3 or 4 days, you wouldn't have a problem with the oil, but you still have 90% of the flavour, but there were far better flavours than a lot of the flavour houses were producing.
Yeah.
Newton Massey did a really good coffee, but that had to breathe for a week.
Yeah, I mean, there was some other ones. There was a really good orange flavour that you used to get. The problem was
it was orange oil.
It was orange oil, and orange oil likes to ignite.
I said the good thing about it.
Tell the story, Max. I know there's one behind that.
No,
I never ignited it, but it would.
Yeah,
because it's highly volatile. You can let it breathe off.
Yeah.
But then once you've let it breathe off, test your mix with a drop in water, just to make sure all of the oil itself has gone. Because I used to have to do that with my coffee, because half of the top flavors of coffee are oil.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let that out real quick, guys. Be right back.
So trouble is, by the time you've got rid of that oil, you finish up with the coffees that just taste nasty.
Yeah, they do.
It's because a lot of that flavour is in oil. But I did learn how to make my own coffee concentrate.
You can certainly. I mean, certainly of the vanillas and coffees and orange, and there's quite a few other flavours you can also make. I mean, net tobaccos. Not that tobacco really interests me, but you can make your own net tobaccos. The problem you've got with net tobaccos is trying to get hold of the leaves.
The leaves, yeah.
That's
that was one of the problems that Les had, was getting hold of them.
Yeah, because obviously it comes under a tobacco, therefore it comes under the taxation and the government's blah. So, I mean, it doesn't really bother me because I don't make tobacco flavours, but I know there are people who do. You can make your own mints. Mint is quite easy to do. That's quite
again, if you're using peppermint, you're better off safer using an artificial, because all your top note off peppermint is oil.
Yeah. Yeah, peppermint. I mean, they're all flavours. I personally don't have any particularly worry about, but
I mean, that has peppermint flavouring in it because it's a peppermint. It's a mint cream.
Yeah, and I think at the minute, I think we're kind of okay on the concentrate front with the government at the moment.
At the moment, one of the good things about super concentrates is you're only using 10% of what you will with standard concentrates. So a 10 ml bottle will make a lot of e-liquid, which means they're only going to tax you on 10 millilitres.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, 10 millilitres of food flavouring is going to make 50 ml of e-liquid. 10 milliliters of a super concentrate is going to make 250 mil of e-liquid.
Yeah, easily.
But you put too much super concentrate in, and your liquid is going to be foul.
Oh, yes.
That's where you either need to have the knowledge, or you need to read the instructions on the websites for recommended amounts.
Well, that's the big thing. Regular concentrates and super concentrates. It's a good difference.
It's more than a good difference. It's
a big difference.
Mm.
You know,
it's 3 milliliters versus 30 milliliters.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
if we go by Bogan's guide, which we won't, he reckons it will only cost £14 a bottle to do a 50ml bottle. I don't know where the fuck he's getting these prices from.
I have no idea.
But they're completely wrong.
Yeah.
Completely wrong. He is talking out of his arse.
I think that's where he pulled the answer out of.
I think him and Vic have been talking and worked it out between them.
You know, I was thinking about that earlier. You know, the whole spreading this information, false hope. But this is possible.
I thought you meant Vic's arse. I was going to say us, each to their own, but I mean,
I don't know what those.
It does explain. It does explain
Hogan's hair.
There is one similarity between Victor Mullen and Bogan. They are both short asses. Sam is only.
Why can I see them skipping through Expo off to the Lollipop Guild?
Well, Sam's only about 5'7".
Is he?
Yeah, he's a midget.
I feel like he pulls that camera angle shit to make himself look taller.
Oh, he does. I reckon I could lift Sam off the floor with my left arm quite easily. I'm tempted to try it, but you might get in trouble.
Yeah, but you'll try it from the feet and then bounce his head.
Yeah, bounce his head off something.
Off Victor.
Yeah, bounce him off Vic. Knock them out. Knock them both out.
That's too squidgy.
Yeah. Mind you, you notice Vic has gone very quiet on his channel.
I'll tell you what, though, the sound effect would be great, like a dog squeaky toy.
Yeah. His bi-weekly keeping everybody informed of everything in the vape world is really done well.
Well, what would we do without all this information that he's come out with?
Well, I'll tell you what, though.
Yeah,
all 3 episodes.
Just getting more lost without his inside access to information.
Yeah.
No, I can't think of anything he's said yet.
I trust Victor Mullen about as much as I trust Nicola Sturgeon.
What, for not knowing what her husband was doing?
Yeah. Which she claims she didn't know what her husband was doing. Yeah.
Bullshit. Well, his last video was a month ago.
Yeah. Yeah, his last bi-weekly video was a month ago.
His last bi-weekly, monthly, yearly video.
Occasional.
Well, you know, maybe he's waiting for, his next big bang, like instead of a small water pipe, will hit like a main.
Exactly, Martin. It's the perfect. It's perfect for you to lean on. Yeah, I'd say Sam's 5'7", about the same as Vic. Vic's around 5'6", 5'7".
I was going to say, when I met Vic face to face, I was the same height as him.
It's not a memorable occurrence when you meet Victor.
No, but it does have to be said. I do actually have a serious spinal issue.
Hmm.
No, in Victor's defence, he has a serious issue.
Himself?
He speaks.
Yeah, he talks.
Is that what that is?
Well, I know it sounds like a fart, but
There similarities
Well,
are
it
there.
could be.
The similarities are there, okay.
You know, I mean, I've got osteoporosis, so I've lost a bit of height.
yeah,
You lost a bit of height and Vic never had it.
he's definitely on
This
the
is
short side.
definitely the difference. He was never taller than me, and I know I'm a short ass.
True. I never said he was a short ass, Lisa.
No, the timing though. As soon as Bill said he wasn't a short ass, she put that comment in.
That's a very good point, Martin.
No, Vic does have a spinal issue. The issue
He hasn't got a spine.
He's a spineless little coward.
Well, I wonder if at some point he just stopped growing vertically and horizontally took effect.
You ever noticed? You remember Family Guy? Was it Family Guy? The kid with the white football-shaped head.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you ever look at Victor and think, Vic? It looks like somebody's got hold of Vic's head and just pushed it down and squashed it.
No, I think if anything, that Vic will be the grease.
Thinking about it, that makes sense.
Yeah, I can see Vic being the greased up deaf guy running through town. Ah! They turned off my power.
I would like to put Vic's head in a vice.
Well, remember the old one from the 90s, Hey Arnold? There you go.
I said, can I put Vic's head in a blacksmith's face?
You put it in the forge if you want.
You're going to use the power hammer.
Yeah, but you can hammer a blacksmith's face.
You can.
Well, you know what you do is you get some real nice waging dies and to see if you can get them straight through the anvil.
I'll be honest with you. I don't care. I just hope if this time he's decided that's it, I'm not doing any more, just stay gone. Just off.
Yeah, please.
Wait till another fire starts that he can jump on. As soon as he has something to jump on bandwagon wise, he'll be back.
Well, he hasn't been on anybody else's shows just lately.
No.
I think we all know the show, but I'm not going to be nasty and say what show it is because that's up to them. But that's also true, Martin.
Yeah.
That's very, very true.
You know,
Vic is not an evil genius. He's not even evil. If he was evil, I could kind of have a bit of respect for him.
I was going to say you'd have more respect for him.
I'd actually have some respect for him, but I just think.
Yeah, but last time a guy that height, wanted world domination, he had a funny mustache. Things didn't go well.
Yeah, steady where you go with this one. I agree.
Like I said, though, Vic's not world domination type.
Yeah, that's a good description too, Lee. He's a tid. No, hold on. I
like
it. No.
I can't even think of a definitive word to describe him.
No, because you can't call him that because he doesn't have warmth or depth.
I wasn't going to call him that.
Really, think like a Timu Carney. kind of misshapen, missing a couple teeth, you know.
Timu Pete Hegseth.
Yeah, but even Hesketh
Still too much
right,
intelligence, though.
has a certain charisma. I mean, he's an idiot, don't get me wrong, but he does have a certain small amount of charisma. Yeah, only a little bit, but he has. And JD Vance even has a small. He's a knob, and I hate him. But you kind of think at least he got a little bit. Of something.
No, Penfold was fun.
You know, the bad part. We're spending serious thought of this, trying to figure this out.
Yeah, why are we trying to work this out?
You see what I'm saying? All three of us sitting here like, we got to figure this is actually important. I mean, no, better. You ever see the old Ernest films?
Yeah.
I'm
A small Scottish Timu Ernest.
I was thinking Pee Wee Herman, actually.
I mean, I could see it, though. Vic probably thinks things around him are his friends, too.
Either Pee Wee Herman or Pee Wee No, not Pee Wee Gaskin. He was a serial killer.
I can see Vic talking to his couch.
The only thing Vic could kill is cereal-wise is a box of Weetabix. But
I would say, you see said kill, I was like, what, a cup of tea?
oh, he
Where?
definitely could. Good
He
evening,
murdered him
Jay.
before he could get- Hey,
Jay.
G.
Vance is a couch fucker.
Sorry, Jay.
Oh, well, that's his first line in.
Good opening line, Jay.
Well done.
First thing
I'm
he
just
says,
waiting for Mike to come in so I can show him that sitting he did for them worked.
he's Mike's portrait.
Are you pimping Mike out again, Bill?
I'm telling you, the picture on there looks like Mike. Look.
Okay, kind of fucking does.
No, it really does.
It really does.
It's Mike. Mike has got his own mod range now.
And it's not a mech, though. There's
Where
an
is
issue.
he? Is he on a holiday or something now? He's gone off on holiday.
I was going to say, what? He's not in the mail.
Well,
No,
he's
it
won
was-
everything else lately.
He was stacking all the boxes in the corner of all his, giveaway winnings, and they toppled over, and he's probably on the side, just kind of, What happened to Mike? He got crushed by 400 pills of juice.
That's it, Martin. You know Vicky's on Benny Hill. You remember the little bloke that you always went and patted him on the head? That's Vic.
See, when you do that, all I can think about is the sign language for Trump.
Oh, what was his name? The actor, that actor in Benny Hill.
Watched a good documentary on Benny Hill the other night, actually. It was quite a sad life towards the end, but
Yeah, I think most of his life was quite sad in a way, wasn't it?
brilliant man. I mean, brilliant comedian. I know now his sort of humour is seen as wrong with like how women were portrayed and all of that. I suppose it's sort of wrong in a way, but
It's
Well, you have-
sort
you have
of,
to
it's
watch it
sort
for
of
the
wrong.
Like,
But
think
if
about
you watch it,
it.
yeah, but you watch Benny Hill, and the women ultimately always had the upper hand.
oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've just gone through a stage the past few weeks of watching a lot of the old stuff. Like I've been watching all of Open All Hours again.
That's funny. I started watching that again the other night.
I watched all the Porridge, the actual films.
Yeah,
I've been watching that in the daytime. I mean, it's probably a fatal mistake because Gwendolyn started picking up on it.
Oh,
I've been watching Billy Connolly.
Oh, no.
Oh dear.
Billy Connolly is one of those blokes who could do a joke and it would be as rude as you like. but there's no swearing.
Hmm.
That's what Billy was very clever at.
Now, has any terms
Billy-
or phrases come out of your daughter's mouth yet in front of her mother?
Michael!
Hey, Mike.
We
I've got
said
your
it enough
mug.
time. Over, Bill. There you go.
That's it.
Mike has arrived again.
Michael, you are now officially in Bill's hand. Oh, I forget I said that.
Can you rephrase that?
Wait,
What
calm
you
in or calm out. We got
What you
Yeah,
two
right,
get up
right.
to at the weekend is up to you, but
How we doing, Mike?
yeah. So I've been watching a lot of Billy Connolly. I do love Billy Connolly.
He's got a point. They owe him at least something, percentage of something.
Oh God, now he's demanding. Hold on, I'll see what I can do and see if I can get Bill to pay you the royalties. Don't worry.
Fuck off.
There's your royalties. Congratulations. Hey, he won another giveaway.
That's it, Mike. Send him an email and send him a picture of yourself and say, "You've used my picture."
I'm suing you for likeness.
Use my likeness.
That'd be hilarious. If you did that, Mike, you send him an email and then I'll do a piece on the show about how a company was ripped off. One of our friends ripped off his image for their mod.
What'd they steal from you? My face.
As soon as I saw it, I thought of you, Mike.
On a semi-serious note, how is an RTA for vaping?
It's actually not bad.
Oh,
It's-
mister, I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to buy it. Actually has
It's
one
not-
already. Oh,
Yeah,
no. Okay.
I
All right,
got a good discount. I got 15 quid off it.
See, there's always a reason.
Oh, don't start on the Stratocaster shit, Lee, for fuck's sake. Fucking Fender. Bill and I were talking about this earlier. I know a few people won't have heard about it. It's about Fender suing everybody. If you now make something in a Fender Stratocaster shape.
Oh, good Lord.
I want you to think about this, though, Tyler. A Fender Stratocaster is just like guitar shaped. You know, it's
Pretty basic.
guitars, if you think about it logically, most guitars are pretty similar. I know they vary.
You're right, but no, overall, that is your body style for a lot of
But
brands.
Fender said, we invented that shape.
No, they didn't.
Well, technically, no.
Even if they did invent it, you wait until now.
The thing is, right, while Leo Fender was still alive, Leo would have looked at everybody else who was making guitars and gone and probably said, well, mine are better because he obviously owned the company. Yes, he might have said something along those lines, but his attitude would have been, okay.
That was my first thought, though. It's not about the body shape; it's the quality of your actual work.
Yeah,
So,
but
I
the thing
mean,
was,
How does it play? How does it feel in the hand? How does it actually,
the thing was with Leo Fender, his main thing would have been, well, these people are playing the guitar.
Yeah.
Maybe one day they'll have the money to buy one of mine.
Yeah.
It's just the people who own the company now, who are all accountants, basically.
Oh, accountants, sorry.
Yes, accountants. God, stop trying to use that word. But I agree. It's just, and it is quite pathetic, to be fair. It's, it's childish.
When you think about it, copyright can last a maximum of 50 years.
Yep.
The Strat came out in 54.
Uh-huh.
It's been out of copyright for at least 20 years, even
Exactly,
if it had the maximum.
Leo, from what
Well,
I can gather,
if the patent ran out in the 70s, so it only had a 20-year patent on it.
at the end of the day, I personally, it's like vape mods. It's like anything. The more stuff that there is of that product, the better, because there's more choice for people.
Well, you know what it reminds me of, Matt? It reminds me of that. At least talk about the one day, the mentality of, oh, well, you're from this part, or you're this type of person. You can't listen to this music. That's not for you. That's it. You know,
Gatekeeper,
and it makes no sense.
Yeah, that's
exactly,
true,
Jake. Exactly. I mean, I've heard you guys talk about Strats, and I've heard other people say they like it. Some, really, really like them. Some people don't. It's opinion, a lot of it. And
I'm not saying the product isn't worth what it is, depending on your style, but
well,
it is still just a name for certain amounts of that price, though.
It depends who you talk to on that with Fender Straps. I mean,
well,
it also depends where it's made.
Best ones, right?
It also depends where it's made, what year it's made, which company actually made the pickups, because they used several.
Yeah, and then like I said, it goes on to personal opinion, and you're paying for the name.
Well, personally, I'd be saying
PRS have had a cease and desist.
I would be personally, I'd just be telling them, if you want to, take me to court. Because I don't think like
you go to court and they're like, you're really trying to sue over the shape?
Yeah. But we've had this in the past with people, it happened, was it in the 70s? It happened with a car manufacturer.
Wasn't their car manufacturer the same shit?
I can't think who it was now, but it happened.
Wasn't there something between I think it was like Ferrari or Lamborghini and like the Ford GT or something? It was something about a certain body style. It's like you
could look at it. You're trying to copy that shape, or you could look at it and say, yes, you tried to copy the basic shape of this guitar, so it must be good because you flatter him by trying to nick the shape.
Mm.
And again, if your product is as good as you think it is and supposed to be, why are you worried about them making something similar if yours is better anyway?
Well, everybody be playing a Fender, wouldn't they? If it's so great,
right?
Everybody, that's what every single guitarist in the world would play.
I say that's one of the problems. Is half the Fenders are coming from Malaysia.
Yeah, but the Chinese and Malaysian guitar manufacturers are producing some very, very good stuff.
Yeah.
So they've probably got their arse in their hand because they're losing money from the Chinese ones being bought.
It's like
but Fender are getting their guitars made there.
It's like this attitude with, I hate to say it, but not all Americans, but some, I shall say, who are so anti-Chinese.
I've never got that one.
Usually ones in the White House.
Think about the changes that just in daily living have happened if we hadn't had certain technology from them come over here over the years.
Like Donald Trump, who is anti-Chinese products. We don't
he really likes Chinese food.
But the Trump phone will be made in China. I did see a great post come up, and I should have shared it on the group, right? Somebody bought a Trump watch, and the T fell off. You can tell it's made in China. It's just cheap. Like him, it's cheap, fake crap.
That's, you can't say made in China for being cheap. It's made on the cheaper end in general. Because if you go to the proper place over time, you're going to get good products. I said Churton's guitars and everything else, they're not bad products.
Yeah, but how many of us, right, use stuff that is Chinese? Well, for a start, where do you think all your vape shit comes from? That's the first thing.
Steve.
Oh, don't talk to me about that. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Oh,
fucking! He doesn't know what he's doing. He's useless. Love you, Steve. I love Steve to bits. I mean, he's one person who I will say who's a proper engineer. He really is.
Dude, he's
Top
good
side.
at what he does, and I've never had an issue with
But I've
any.
heard people saying, "Oh, he's a grumpy bastard." Yes, I agree. He's a grumpy bastard. But
Well, yes, but no. Did you do something stupid? Did you say something stupid to piss him off? Because if you don't, he's really a good dude to sit there and talk to for a minute.
if you actually get talking to him properly, he's actually a really nice guy.
Yeah. I've only had short emails back and forth, but even then, you could tell it's him being him, you know.
I mean,
he doesn't suffer fools.
When I sent him when I had that first kind of years ago, and UPS dropped it and jammed the fuck out of the button, sent him a picture. Hey, anything I can do? You order it. Well, oh fuck, I had one there tomorrow. End of conversation as far as an issue. You know, okay, I was gonna buy another one because it wasn't your fault that I got damaged. You know.
I can't fault him as a person. I think I've met him, I've spoken to him in person. I've told you, and I think he's a really, really nice guy. Personally, he comes across as grumpy till you get talking to him.
Well, though he's an engineer. He's got the machinist mindset. He's grumpy to most people.
As soon as we were talking, and I started talking about what he uses to machine and what lathes he uses and what.
Yeah.
He went, "Hold on, and you." What do you work at? I said, I don't work anymore. And told him like what had happened. He went, "Did you work in engineering?" I went, "Yep." He went, "Ah," and then that was it. We was off. He was talking away for ages. He just doesn't like. He told me he doesn't like most vape reviewers.
Doesn't like real about most of the shit.
There's a few he gets on with, but not many.
I mean, I think besides Nick and Mike, I don't think he's ever sent a mod or RDA to anybody else. Period. Even the old days. Maybe Rip Trippers at one point, but I don't even think so on that one.
He sent one to Big Lou.
That I can understand. Lou
knows him quite well. Lou's quite good friend with him.
And Lou's another guy just like him, though. He's a stand-up guy.
I like Lou.
Doesn't bust for idiots.
Lou's hilarious. I used to like it when he used to do his lives and he had somebody come in slagging him off and he just went, "Just fuck off." No, you can't say that.
Well, you can, but
we just don't care.
I mean, I used to steward for Folk Week every year. And for 25 years of that, the boss of the festival was a guy called Malcolm. Now, everybody used to call Malcolm every bad thing under the sun. But I worked with him, so I saw the rest of it. And I also know the company he had.
Yeah.
Because his company were commercial kitchen fitters. But they weren't just fitters, they were manufacturers. So they would take sheet stainless and produce commercial kitchens. But they did it from start to end.
Yeah.
So he was a good engineer.
Well, it's not
now, me and him used to get on really bloody well. And what used to piss him off was people come to him with something petty, something so insignificant that Almost anybody else could have just dealt with it.
Yeah.
And he used to be the grumpiest bastard on earth with some of them.
Yeah.
Just because of that.
Yeah.
When you got that guy, hey, this part's going bad, I need to replace it. Okay, it's 2 screws and the part bin's next to you with new ones. What's the issue?
Yeah. But I started working for the festival, and it's like, unlike most stewards, if there's a problem, I'll sort the problem out.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I'm there. Make sure everything works properly. Make sure it all runs properly. Now, when I first started, was before mobile phones were something affordable.
Yeah.
So I had to make decisions there and then.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd run into Malcolm the following day and go, I had this problem, but it's all right. We sorted this out and did that. And he goes, all right, cheers. Any problems? No. Right, fine. That's it. And I said, all I'm doing is letting him know in case somebody does complain.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had the same problem. Stupid.
Yeah. But there was one person who put a complaint in against me after I'd basically bollocked him for driving across a muddy field and making things 10 times worse because he wouldn't listen to me and follow some basic safety rules on a campsite. Following that night, I bumped into Malcolm and Malcolm goes, all right. I said, I've had a problem with a friend of yours. He goes, all right. Oh, so I told him and he goes, did you hit him? I said, no. He said, you should have. But that was his attitude. But the thing was, I made sure whatever I was doing worked.
Yeah.
When it was safe, that's the thing. You're not going to let somebody do something stupid on your watch and then it'd be a whole other issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, the maintenance guys at my shop, same thing. You have people there, they're lazy. They don't like to fix shit, You called them over for literally something that would take you less time to fix than it did to call them over.
Yeah.
And that's just grabbing the radio. I remember they had hired new guys, but about a year or so now. He's been there a little while. He's doing decent and everything. Where they brought him around his first couple of days, introduced him to all the welders, everybody else, blah, blah. And I don't understand guys that run their equipment into the ground. If something's starting to go out of spec, I'm changing a bearing or a busher. I don't care what it is. I'm not I'm not paying for the money to fix the part. I'm going to make the machine run properly as I can. My job's easier at this point, you know. Other guys will run the shit in the ground until it literally falls to pieces, then try to get help with it. Brings him around and goes, so this, this blah, blah. He's like, you won't be over here very much unless something catastrophic happens. Then unless we have to rip like wiring apart or like change motors out, you're like, he's not going to bother. He might be in your area taking parts, a piece out of your bins. It's like, but past that, there's what's the point? I can grab a spare of a half dozen different parts, keep in my area. If something goes bad, I can change it out faster than any point of calling anybody.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And if you know how to run your equipment properly, not just pushing buttons, you should be okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it is, if it's your job, you sort it. That's all.
I mean, I even had days where like the main chain drive motor inside of the machine goes bad, you know, and hey, we got to tear this off. Hey, I forgot. They'll bring this over. Hey, I forgot something. Go grab whatever. Hands me the impact. Hey, can you fold the entire side panel off the machine while I'm gone? Okay, I've done it a dozen times anyway. It's things you should know how to do just in case.
Oh yeah.
You know, first couple of jobs I had in engineering, half the time my job was just making sure everything was running right. If that meant stripping down a machine and rebuilding it, I stripped the machine and rebuilt it.
Yep.
Find the fault, fix it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, we had an idiot supervisor a while back, and the guy had no idea. He came from Amazon and tried to come into the industrial field. Put it that way.
Oh, great.
Right. So he came by one day and he's talking to the guy that cuts pay. He's like, "Is he going to have how long does it take to run the rest of this job out?" He looked at him and looked over. He goes, "You can see he has the machine in like 18 pieces, right? Like you realize that we ain't doing shit until he gets it rebuilt proper and we can actually, get it running right. We're not. There's no way around that. Oh,
yeah.
So how long? As long as it takes us, how long? It's all I got for you. Rush me, and it's going to turn out fucked up, or I'm just not going to even bother, and you can deal with it. Like, can I do it? Yes, I can. But now, if you sit and you're trying to give me a time limit on how to fix something,
when I was at Spectratech, to fit in with one of the British standards, we had to get a quality assurance manager. Now, bearing in mind, apart from 3 standard products, everything we made was custom, to order, and virtually prototype.
Yeah.
Because we were right at the cutting edge of computer technology.
Yeah.
Which in the late 80s and early 90s, if you were working 64-bit, you were at the cutting edge. So stuff we built, we might not build the same machine ever again because our next one's more advanced.
But
so we get we get a production manager in who'd work for Rally Push Bikes.
Well, that went well because Rally Push Bikes went out of business.
Yeah, but you think about it. Rally, though, produced tens of thousands of exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might produce 10. We built a standard cubicle array, which we did a couple of jobs, and between them all together, there's about 28 cubicles.
Yeah.
Cubicle assemblies that were all exactly the same. We never built another one like them after.
True.
Came back 5 years later, they wanted to extend what they already had because it was working perfectly, but they needed a bit more computing power.
Yeah.
So they just paid for 2 extra cubicles to be added on to the end. And our drawings hadn't been updated after issue 7. And we'd have to make a lot of modifications, as you do when you're playing with prototypes. So it's like, go to Terry, can you remember this? Sort of. Tom, can you remember? Not a fucking thing. I've built more stuff since then. Bill, can you remember it? And it's like, I think so. So I started and built them. Got everything put together. They were all wired and sorted, tested, and sent out. They couldn't believe these 2 cubicles that I'd built looked exactly the same as the previous 14 on this control room. So they photographed every single one to show that I managed to build them exactly the same.
Yep.
Despite 30 or 40 physical major changes. And it's like, how the hell did you do that? It's like, I don't know. Once I started, I could remember the job.
Yeah, but working in ER, Martin, it's a bit like working in an engineering workshop. So long as you don't forget where any of the bits go when you're doing any work on somebody, you're all right.
It's dead easy if you get someone like Vic or Trump.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, all you've got is a mouth and an arsehole, and they're
Oh, shit.
interchangeable.
Well,
Oh,
so at that
Leo.
point, he really could be like an engineer. He'd go on a nice lunch break to the pub, have a few pints, maybe a couple extra, go back to work. Just that day, though.
Shit, I've got some bits left over. Oh, fuck, it'd be all right.
No, the bad part is when you go, he's not fully back together, but I've run out of parts.
I could work. I think I'd be quite good in ER if it was Vic. I mean, I'm not saying he'd survive. I'm just saying I'd be quite good.
Dude, it would end up like
he wouldn't survive.
It would end up like. It would end up if I had Vic and Bogan in there. It would end up like.
I don't want to know what kind of mutant thing would come out of both those put together.
That's where the Vogons came from.
The Human Centipede, Part 4.
No, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Unplugged.
But it's either that, Bill, or it's Pizza the Hut.
No. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. You finished up with the Vogon.
A Vogon. All right. The Human Centipede of late reviewers.
Well, Vic's definitely the ass.
No, Vic is an ass. Well, you've got a choice. You can listen to Vic drivel on or Sam.
So
yeah, depending how far you go with that, you throw Todd in there, you throw, TVP in there. It's the whole mess.
I've got some sharp knives. It's all right. They don't need to give me any. It'll be okay.
No, I've got some decent knives.
I've got a hammer.
Yeah,
but there's a one you have to blunt them for the purpose to make it hurt more.
I'm not having an anesthetic. I'm saving the NHS money. I've got some earplugs. I'll put my earplugs in. That way I can't hear them scream.
Well, no, you have to make it a sanitary environment. So you take some 99% rubbing alcohol. Every time you make an incision, you pour it all over the incision.
No, every time you make an incision, you take another swig.
Yeah.
Then by the end
hold
of it,
on.
By the end of it, you can't feel a thing.
That's by the end of it. Why is the rum gone? And why is your leg gone?
Well, no, you just make sure when you operate, you just go into the sciatic nerves.
I'm making a pot of coffee. Who wants coffee? I'll just unplug that one. Plug that in there.
Don't forget, do a bit of brain surgery. Hey, look, if I poke that, his leg goes.
Get your finger in on the sciatic nerve and give it a poke. Or watch the pain.
Oh, look, I can poke his childhood memory. Look.
Oh, no, there's some very cruel things you could do.
Just as he's going under. So when you wake up, you will be a woman.
No, better you don't warn him at all and just let him wake up a woman.
No, what you do is you get a spare zipper out of the wife's sewing thing, and just as he's going under, zip.
Go and stand on a cold floor. That'll cure it. Sciatic nerve. Actually, that works. You stand on a cold floor. It helps your sciatic nerve pain. Don't know why, but it does.
So you're talking about dismemberment. I thought cold floor was going somewhere else with the conversation, but all right.
I was not talking about dismemberment. I was talking more about torture.
And rememberment.
Worse. But I would say I'd rip all Vic's teeth out with a pair of pliers, but that wouldn't take long, would it?
Wouldn't take long at all.
Well, no, just hand him a hammer of God, put the batteries in wrong. Nice 0.1 build.
Poof, and the Vic is gone.
This is the worst mag show I've ever been to.
So, when are you getting your teeth done then, Tyler?
That's a good question. Like I said, quote was, what, $44,000 at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Well, exactly, then. We don't.
It's definitely the wrong bloody vet to go to.
Dismemberment comes after torture.
Well, it might be, kind of transition.
That's where I got it wrong.
As far as goes,
So what we're saying, Tyler, is we need to remove all your teeth.
I get it. I'll get you the bottle of brandy and I'll get on a flight over. I get it.
The bottle of brandy is not for you, that's for me.
Hey, you're going to share a liver if you hit me with a frying pan or otherwise.
No, that's the anesthetic.
Yeah, just
that's me up 2 many shots of brandy and mouth off to Alana one good time. Wham! Hey, both problems are solved.
Plus, brandy could be used as, to clean the wounds, of which there'll be a lot by the time I'm finished.
The problem is when he misses with the pliers.
Dentistry doesn't look that hard.
No.
Why has he got one eye? I missed.
No, it's when you suddenly realise you've still got all your teeth, but your jaw's missing.
Well, if your jaw's missing, half the problem's gone, half the teeth went with it. So
only
half of them.
I'm just going by what I would do in the workshop engineering. I would take the thing apart first.
You're not putting it on a lathe, Matt.
No, he's using a milling machine.
Well, stick your head in a milling machine.
You're not putting me in a Bridgeport either.
$44,000.
He's like, look, I can get it down to $2,000. Look.
Hold on, I want to know what $44,000 is for.
Removal of my bottom teeth, my top are already gone. Getting 4 implant studs per so 4 top, 4 bottoms, 8 studs, and then the dentures themselves to click into them.
That wouldn't come to 10,000 private here.
No.
And keep in mind, so the majority of it is like the studs, obviously, and all that, because that's the expensive way to do it. So they broke it down like, if you pay this part for the first installment and this much for the second, the first installment for them to even do any work at all is $25,000.
For what?
There's an answer to that.
They literally, after we do you have any you don't have a private credit card in here with a high enough limit for that? No, I don't.
No.
Why the fuck would I?
I was going to say that's 2 years' salary for you. Well,
it's about
after taxes and everything. That's 2 years' salary.
About half a year, but still,
you ain't making that much money.
I make all right money.
You see, that's not a bad way of doing it, Martin. It's quick, it's simple, job done. You've got pliers, for fuck's sake. Just pull them out yourself.
I mean, there's different ways to do it. I mean, you can make it look like an industrial accident and have the company pay for it, Oh, no, I have my head in the way of the heavy machinery flying at full speed.
Well, that was how I finished up with that crown.
It ain't going to change your good looks, is it? So, I mean, you might as well.
See what I'm saying? I'll take that as a compliment for what it was. Current good looks, at least, for the machine hits me in the face. Thanks, Matt.
There you go. Mel solved it.
All right.
Mel solved it.
Brilliant.
Now, are you bringing this up how to do it, or
No, you can take over Mel's walks.
Mm-hmm.
Or better still, I've got it. Mel's been in not on a very good day, needs a laugh. Turn up with a branch, wait till he walks out the front door, clout him full force, straight in the mouth with a tree branch.
Hey, it's better than that wheelbarrow brick she had the other day.
I mean, it'll give us all a laugh.
This is true.
Yeah. Worst that can happen, you lose all your teeth.
That's kind of the goal, though, isn't it?
There you go. See? Solve the problem.
Everyone's a winner.
Apart from your maybe.
Wow.
Certainly would be cheaper for you to go to Turkey.
Well, a cousin of mine actually commented on that Facebook post and said, because down in South Carolina, they've got places that are cheaper, but it also cost me the money of driving that far. That's, I think, roughly a 10 to 13 hour drive each way.
Yeah, but they've got lots of people down there without teeth.
Yeah.
Well, no, this is on the coast. This is the beach area.
Well,
I told him if I was going to do all that and travel that far, I'll just have my company send me down to our other shop down there to work for a while. It's like, you just have me work down here for like a month or two to get my work done in my mouth, and then I'll come back up.
Just go into the Cajun country, insult one of the women, they'll fix your teeth for you in seconds.
Yep.
Won't cost you a cent.
That's why I said if I flew over and me and Matt have a few too many shots of brandy, say the wrong thing, Alana will fix it all in one swing.
Yes, she would.
No, I'll just show up with a really loud, obnoxious Bluey toy.
Well, just turn up as yourself. It's pretty obnoxious.
Yeah, but the toy stays after I leave.
The question is, would Turkey allow him in?
At this point?
Yeah. Maybe I'm back home.
You'd have to pretend to be not American.
Oh, good luck with that.
You just got to do. All right, kids again, guys. Hold on.
That's a shame, Mel.
Exactly. Yeah, but he's not under the NHSG, and we don't really care, so it'd be just worth a laugh to see him get turkey teeth.
Yeah.
I still think we could do it. It can't be that hard dental work. I'm sure with a hammer, a chisel, a bit of brandy, and some ingenuity, we can solve this. The brandy's for me.
To settle your nerves.
Yeah, so I can
Settle
get
your eyes.
I've got it. All you need is a slip wrench. Because you've plenty of torque with a slip wrench, haven't you? In, twist, gone.
Oh, I tried to think what YouTube are making out of this. The Sunday check-in now does dentistry.
Yeah. UV teeth.
I mean, actually, we could go with George Washington. We could make him some wooden teeth.
Yeah. And you
I've got
could also
some chipboard.
just nip down to the cemetery and get some human teeth and make him a second set of dentures.
Okay, so first off, splinters are a big no. Stealing corpse teeth, probably not a good idea either, Bill.
Why?
Why?
Because it probably wouldn't be any better than mine.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to feel them because they were actually wouldn't
I'm
actually
ready.
be attached.
You know, Matt, the only problem I have with that image right there is the fact you're using an 18-volt drill, bud.
Doesn't need an 18-volt drill, not to do your teeth.
Also, I've got an 18-volt drill over there. Bought it the other day. I sent you the link so you could get a pink one, Tyler.
I mean, I've got the big corded drill that's got, you know, the concrete drilling bit and everything.
I mean, if you want, I've got some epoxy resin here. I could make you some like clear teeth.
I was gonna say we could make some teeth to make 3D print some.
I've offered to make you some teeth, the old style, George Washington, the American. You see,
Yeah,
make them out of wood. It was Bill that came up with braiding corpses.
Well, see, now you got me thinking. Now, if we're going to do that, we're going to raid the corpses. We're going to take the teeth. We're going to encase them in resin, and then have clear resin teeth with, you know, human teeth. See,
Where do you think dentures come from?
what, cast human teeth?
They used to, yeah.
We can do this. Don't worry. And it won't cost you that much.
And let me guess, Matt. They'll be real smooth too, because the amount of wet and dry you'll have to use will be just appropriate.
Yep, we'll wet and dry your teeth.
He can't. He emptied his toolbox.
No, I've got some more wet and dry. It's all
Oh,
right.
you've got some more.
I've got the extra case behind the bed.
I mean, just think.
That day when you were clearing out.
Great, bud. Blink
got-
once if you're okay, twice if you need to send help.
He appears to have his head stuck in
See, somebody to know. He's got it stuck on the chair.
I don't know about Burke and Hare. Burke, definitely.
Burke and Tortoise. Turn his microphone back on.
Well, you almost killed Matt. Well done.
You shouldn't be able to turn my mic back on, should you, though?
No, I shouldn't.
So I think you can.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can turn it off as well, yeah. But if I mute myself, can you turn it off? Oh,
I don't know. No.
oh well.
That's probably a good thing, though. Matt don't need that level of power.
Mm, mm.
That's true.
Got a
Yeah.
good point on that one. Especially when there's an
Yes,
anti- yeah,
It's kind of a giveaway when he.
you know.
especially when you see, yeah. You can actually probably also tell which child it is.
No.
There's never an anger level.
No, not at all.
See, the mistake you made when you
No.
dropped him off in town, you went and got him again.
I didn't go and get him. He's been dropped off.
Should have given him a different address.
No, Craig, I told you give him less cab fare, man. Make it to where he has to walk it.
Either that or his mates get them to pick him up.
That's probably the best moment, though, is when we can see him sneak up behind Craig where he sees him from the reflection in the glass.
That's great.
Oh no! He got on his hands and knees, went down the side of me, and then grabbed that and then threw it. I wondered what the hell is he doing? And then yeah.
You should always give children like that a good hug, preferably by the windpipe.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's persuasive, you know. It's not abusive. It's
Oh
persuasive.
yeah, you could see me giving a hug. Yeah, in the middle. Yeah. Oh well.
What you should have done was taken a rubber ring and put it over his head and then over his arm so he couldn't move.
Yeah, it's not his ring though.
Oh,
Should have ordered that differently.
that part is Craig. You can see it on your face that it hit you before it hit anybody else.
I'm not
It's
saying
not his
anything.
rubber ring.
You're not making it any better, Craig.
No, I know. Oh yeah.
Hey, last 5 minutes of the show, he had to make it go real hard downhill.
True, G. Very true.
So are you trying to be like brotherly, G? Or are you calling him a Seth? Yeah, I'm not. Which direction are you going with it?
What is it with Americans? You know, it's Scottish. Big soft shit. But it's G put.
Yeah.
Wait, is it meant to? That's what I'm trying. Is it meant to be soft or sap? Because he spelled it as sap, and I didn't know if that was just a.
Yeah, but he's. Oh, fuck. I'm not even going to insult the Scottish.
I assumed it was a dialect thing and how he was saying it.
Oh, I did see that the some pictures on Facebook of a place that was selling some of the from Scotland top that looked actually quite nice
Yeah.
for the football. Mm.
That's what I assumed. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. As close as I could without just butchering it, because I always do. I see. Now you got Matt shopping.
No, you haven't.
No, I got the 20% off Alchemist cupboard earlier.
And I've got my basket ready to complete as well. And I've got my basket waiting to be completed as well.
Yeah, you've only got till midnight.
It expires on the 2nd.
Look how serious he just got. Damn. He got upset. Like, what do you mean I have to?
I was merely looking at the picture that Michael sent me.
I was gonna say Mike sent you something.
No, nothing bad. It's just showing me a picture of his new mod.
Did he have his face on that one too?
No, he didn't have his face on that one. No.
We'll have to look at the mod again. Like, oh, it is him.
It's coming to the later edition.
See, Mike, you can always say that one of us thinks about you no matter what, because Bill looks at your face every 5 minutes.
Yeah, 20% ends on the 2nd.
Right.
On Alchemist.
It looks quite nice, that doesn't it?
I haven't heard of the RTA. Is it higher end?
Well, for you it would be.
Oh, the Tina's the new one that's been done by. Right.
I will withhold my comments, Lisa. Withhold the comments.
Oh, that's brilliant.
It was good. I'll give you that. It was good, but damn it.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I mean, turkey too.
There's your example of how AI can be evil. Okay.
No, it's only evil because it's you. That's you just.
See? Personal perspective. And we're back to mixing. See?
Oh, it's not evil.
No. I think.
I hear my phone go up. I figure it's a picture from Mike for his mod in RTA. No. You're sharing it, aren't you?
Hmm?
Uh-huh.
What'd you say?
Devious little git.
What
You
did I
can
do?
see it in his face. He's so intently ready for this.
Whose face?
I'm trying to think who he reminds me of, but
Sugar?
Dude, it's got that Rip Tripper smile.
you've got
Okay,
something. So that's where Red Rum went.
Teeth are sick as tits.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Tyler. Just
I might have posted it in the group.
Already? We're on the show yet.
And
Yeah, we've got my phone next to me as well.
Oh, why? That midnight thing scared you? Gotta get that cart ready?
No.
It's already ready.
you bring these things on yourself, Tyler.
No, Lisa, it was good.
I mean, it could be worse.
yeah,
Could be one of us getting the piss taken out.
I mean,
No, I
at
did
least
that.
the paint.
I did that earlier today.
So I'm not
Take
waiting
the
for
piss
you
out
for
of
an
you.
album. So, you know.
At least we know where Red Rum vanished to now.
Well, at least his teeth didn't go to waste.
Oh,
No, it looks like, though. Remember the Dennis the Menace movie? Mr. Wilson's dentures?
look.
Knock two teeth out, put chiclets in there.
£44,000, mate. Should be able to have gold plated or gold teeth.
I said gold, no man plated.
I could get a set of actual gold grills cheaper.
Yeah, but you haven't got anything to screw them to.
Well, that's where the wood teeth come in.
That's it. We'll get your wood teeth, and then you can get a gold grill to go over your wood teeth.
See?
Sounds like a mantelpiece.
That looks like a bad bumper on a Cadillac.
Or you have wood teeth, and then you could have brass polishings hanging off your teeth. It'd be like a country pub.
What am I gonna do? Sit there and mother's mag my teeth every night?
I'll give you something to do.
Yeah. Use something different to do with your hands.
The right side's starting to get shorter than the left again. I got to work with that. You know.
Oh, they were the teeth from the tortoise, weren't they? They do look very familiar, and I mean Tyler. Now you said it, Lisa. Yeah, I do see Tyler as a tortoise. There's a definite similarity.
Like in general, or a certain one, or
No, just in general.
oh, thanks, man.
I don't know what that shit you're drinking is, but it looks fucking toxic.
It's my electrolyte powder that I put in my water.
With 6 tons of fucking colouring in.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, Tyler already is a bit like Ryland. Not that he will admit it, but I think
We're back to the references you have to explain.
I think Tyler is a bit like Ryland.
Oh God, yeah.
You know, Tyler's not gay, but his boyfriend is.
That's an interesting way to say that to somebody.
No, I'm not trying to say he's slow.
It's not really slow. It's more like mid-speed. I catch him eventually.
Well, sometimes.
Well, you stop for a couple of days, but you know.
It is you.
Oh,
Right. I'm sorry, but that is you.
why do I wish
Yeah.
I had a headband like that sitting somewhere just for the comparison?
Especially the eyes.
Yeah.
You know, they say worry about your enemies. You don't have to do that when you have friends like mine.
All I'll say is, Tyler, don't ever get one of those striped joggers headbands.
Or very short shorts.
We're not into the lycra biker style bullshit, man.
Whoa.
I know your favorite people on earth are cyclists.
Right, that's solved that problem. Thank God for that. He's having a timeout for a little while.
So I had an itch there. Yeah, that's all it was.
Do not want to hear about you wearing lycra shorts, thank you. Whatever you get up to on the weekends.
The photo book didn't come to the mail yet? Oh, I'll check tracking for you, bud.
What have I got? Electric 6,
Gay
bar, and Tyler in a tall hat and lycra shorts.
Along
It
with
really
taking
is.
pictures of his mother.
I mean, it could be worse. It's a good thing we don't live close by. Because think, apparently that's my outfit, according to you. We know Bill's got his trench coat. Matt, you've been known to go out in some questionable wear.
Quite often.
Yeah, imagine anybody walking into any pub and 3 of us standing there at the bar.
Is what it is.
Yeah.
I might turn around a little rather quickly.
The trouble is, America doesn't understand pubs. They don't have, you don't have pubs.
Oh, no. Closest thing we have a pub is the hole in the wall. You know, places, and even those, there's a reason they're called a hole in the wall. They're run down to shit.
A hole in the wall here is
Is that
something
next to the
else.
glory hole?
No, Craig. No.
I mean, I guess if you go to the wrong bar, it might be. You take left at the bathroom, but I don't know.
In other words, Tyler has been there.
So Tyler has been to the Blue Oyster Bar.
Did you go to a pub and there was a hole and you wondered
No,
what it
that's
was?
the funny thing, actually. I've never been a bar person. I've been inside maybe 3 bars my entire life.
I'm glad he said inside a bar then. and not anything else. But I thought we were going to get a confession then. But you've been around places with glory holes.
Well, see,
Oh,
they had
that's
those
the-
panels that worked one time. Yeah.
Scripture, wasn't it?
So that's why he always brings his DeWalt drill home from work, is so he can drill holes in the bathroom walls when he goes out.
You keep going through drill bits, you know. Can't find the small enough ones.
I have nothing to say to that.
And that's the point of it.
Well, I said, just go on Temu that you can get the micro drills.
Oh, Dremel.
They'll have that option right there.
Lisa is right. This has taken a turn. We've gone from turkey teeth to glory holes. Although a lot of people with turkey teeth do tend to go to glory holes.
You
I'll
know
take your
more
word
about these holes than I think you should, Matt.
No, never been anywhere where there's been a glory hole. Not that I remember anyway.
That doesn't always say a whole lot.
That would be stuck in my memory.
No, the were hypno worked.
I mean, hey, it being stuck in your memory is the best option of being stuck, but, you know.
Oh, I'll give you that one. That was a good one. Yep, we're back to Ryland. Tyler's search history later. Glory holes.
How to spackle over.
Yeah, but he's also got to look up Ryland Clark.
Ryland Clark, glory holes.
I don't want to know the reference to it. I'm happy I don't.
Right, okay. Ryland Clark.
No, I didn't say explain it. I said I'm happy I don't.
Ryland Clark is a TV presenter. He is
Yes, sir.
also a gay man. Not saying anything against that. I can't stand him. He irritates me. But
No, Ryland Clark is an irritating twat.
he is an irritating twat. But he's. I don't think he's a particularly bad person. You know. But glory holes are generally associated with gentlemen of certain, like yourself.
Back in a second.
You get the whole thing. See, you traumatized Craig. He had to fuck off. Look what you did.
No, he's gone off to laugh in the kitchen. That's what he's doing. Oh, did anybody else? I'm just completely going changing the subject now. That Rock City caught fire.
I did it.
Yep, again.
Again.
Another insurance job.
I think it might be.
It's not like the third time.
It's happened a few times. Exactly, Lee. What sort of normal heterosexual man has a raccoon boner?
I don't know. It was a gift from another man, so does that make it worse?
Whoa.
That does make
Doesn't
it
make
worse.
Hold on.
Any better.
Let's get this. Let's clear this matter up right now. Another man gave you a raccoon boner.
And a foxtail.
And what was on the end of the foxtail?
Tyler.
Oh. Bad timing, Matt. That was beautiful.
No, I had to go and turn off the lounge lights because Theo come in and made it like Blackpool Eliminations.
We often kill Craig. It's not on purpose. It's usually accidental. Any deaths that occur in here,
An actual death, though. You can just see part of his soul die every time. But you know,
it's usually an accidental death.
Yeah, mate. Wasn't that the only Harley engine that was nearly oil tight?
Wow.
The
Long
Evo
as-
1200, the Evo 1200 was nearly oil tight.
Personally, I wouldn't trust any Harley engine, but that's just personal opinion. But you know, but this is Harley all over. Harley fuck things up, build something new.
well, they realize it's a problem if they sell 14,000 units of it.
The
Oh, wait,
funniest,
that might be an issue.
funniest post I saw the other day was somebody did a post, and it was a lawnmower with Harley Davidson down the side of it, and I thought, yep, that sums up Harley Davidson. That's
No,
about the best place for a
really,
Harley.
No, because think about it. You can turn a mower into a racing mower and actually do some decent, cornering with it. You ain't doing that with anything Harley brand.
I just think
Do you remember when Harley Davidson got Bimota to make the Harley Davidson 250 two-stroke?
yeah, but it wasn't theirs.
No, it was a Bimota.
Yeah. Oh God, I've got Martin messaging me now.
But it had a Harley badge on it. Devalued it by 50p.
So before I forget, got to give Bill some more shit. So about that RTA, Bill, is it actually decent?
It's not bad, but
Martin,
Do you do
You
dual
know-
coil?
not the best.
breaking news, guys. It's just come in that Tyler met
Oh,
some of
AI motherfucker.
he's met some of his
Mark-
heroes.
Martin, I'm warning you now.
He's met some of his heroes. Are you ready for this, guys?
No.
I'm happy for you.
Oh, come on, Mark.
Oh, that's quality. Martin,
That is
fucking
That
genius.
is a good one.
That's just wrong. That is wrong on so many levels.
What we
And it
could
had
have
to be, the best, it had to be a Make-A-Wish background.
Well, you obviously got your wish. I mean, it must have been.
But I'm not dying. Can we change that? Because if that life experience actually happened, I forgot about it. Can we just get rid of everything?
I'm really happy for you, mate. Not my cup of tea, but well done, mate. That's going on. That's going
You
on.
know what, though, Matt? I'll send an email. I'll have Vic come over and show you how to make a proper cup of tea, bud.
I'm sending that one to your mum. There was a glory hole in the background. That's why he was edging backwards all the time.
Wrong wish. Wrong wish. That's not what I meant.
I wish somebody had punched Chad Kruger in the mouth.
The Irish Static X.
Oh,
That's very true.
it is.
No, if I had the flat cap on at the same time when he did that, that'd have been perfect.
I mean, it definitely looked like Wayne Static with his head on upside down.
That's what you get for glory holes, mate. That's what happens.
What mental torture from all of you?
Well, yeah, and everybody watching.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody. You got everybody involved this week. If mess with me.
Oh God, I've just remembered that Pam Ayres poem.
What would that,
I
that
wish
does
I'd
not-
I wish I'd looked after me teeth.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Pam Ayres, fucking hell.
I remember reading that on what was it called? That's Life.
Yeah. She was a character, she was, Pam Ayres.
She still is.
Yeah. She's got to be well in her
Mhm.
80s now, bless her.
Pam Ayres, yeah, she's not a youngster.
What a voice, though. That accent of Pam Ayres was fucking brilliant.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Bill, you might want to take Mike's head off your chest.
Yeah, she's
Mike's been there.
she's 79,
79 now.
Mm.
but she's still going. And she still does poetry readings.
You know, Lisa, I liked that song until you said that. Yeah, I need more than just. I need more than that, though. If I only get the 2 brown ones, I'm going to look kind of goofy. You know. Hey.
Yes. Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're 20 minutes past. We're going to end the.
Oh no, it's just getting fun. Actually, yeah, we are 20 minutes past, but fuck it. Go on then, do your goodbyes.
That's probably me this week. Well, as always, lovely amount of piss taking that goes on. We still, try to have mental health advice along the way. Try. So, if anybody is throughout the week, you guys know where to find it. You got
you're mental, and we try to give you advice.
And you said pot kettle, Bill. Pot kettle. Anyway.
We help people in need.
And you're just as mental, if not worse, than I am.
Yes, but
I resent.
As I'm saying,
worse.
You guys know where to find us. If anybody needs anything, please reach out. It's not a problem. Whether it's just general mental health or more about the mixing stuff, especially
dentistry.
Contact these guys about where to find stuff from reputable places that are not Amazon, please.
Or Glory.
Hey, give me my goodbyes. Everybody have a good week. Say goodbyes, Bill.
Yeah, cheers, great. Yeah, Tyler. It's been a... Sorry, my head's slightly fucked up at the minute.
Man, how I feel.
It's Tyler accusing me of nearly being as insane as him.
We have to turn your insane level down a little bit, but
No, that's not going to happen. No, the group's there if you need us. I hope everybody has a really good week. Take care of yourselves, take care of your loved ones, and see you next week. Over to you, Craig.
Yeah, cheers, Bill. Yeah, as both Bill and Tyler have said, the group is there if anyone does need us. Steve, I honestly hope Jasper is going to be okay. You do know
you're asking, Craig.
We've sussed it. We need to get Tyler across to the Black Country to see Jasper's vet.
It might work.
It'd still be cheaper than using your dentist in America.
Well, at least it'd be wormed. I mean, you could get wormed and flea treatment.
Get him fixed at the same time, and he'll have the cone of shame as well.
Yeah.
That'll fuck him up getting near the glory hole.
Can we beat them? You're not helping.
Right,
it's
so
helping me. I'm enjoying this immensely.
Yeah. So as I was saying, have a good week. We'll be back again next week, probably with more of the same, and with a bit more vaping issues if we've got any more. And I'll pass you on to Matt.
Yeah, same old shit. Back next week. If anybody does need any actual advice on mental health stuff, give us a call. Let us know. We'll try and help. The vaping
It's a
stuff,
little drop.
the vaping stuff is kind of not a lot going on at the minute, so we're still waiting to hear. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope Jasper, like Craig said, I hope Jasper will be okay.
Yeah.
But I'll probably give Steve a message in a bit and try and find out what's going on. So,
And Lisa, I fear the radioactive would grow new teeth. So you know what? We'll do what you can.
but yeah, that's it. So for now, we shall see you all next week, guys. So bye bye for now.
Have a good week, everybody.